Hello and welcome. I'm so glad you're here. My name's Julia Graham, and if you're watching this, that makes you one of my scent siblings, my wonderful scent brother, scent sister, and non-binary scent sibling. Today I want to talk to you about 3 oil perfumery oils and the 3 OG scents upon which they are based by way of comparison. And I also want to show you, instead of tell you, how I use them. So if you are interested, let's go that way. Last night, I got a notification that Veronica says had posted a video on none other than one of my favorite subjects, the oil perfumery oils, and it was so wonderful to watch. Of course, I'm going to put it here or there and everywhere, so please check that out. I wanted to come on and do a 3 for 3. It's a 3-fer. I wanted to, because I finally have 3 of them to show you, and I like doing things in 3s. So I have for you today Baccarat Rouge 540, light blue eau intense, and the one we're going to start with, Dior Fève Délicieuse. I have in my hot little hand a decant of Fève Délicieuse that was sent to me by the wonderful Evelyn. E. I think E makes her sound like a Men in Black detective, so I kind of like it. I hope you don't mind. E. I've had this Fève Délicieuse oil perfumery for a while, and it took me a while to get used to oil perfumery oils in general. And again, at the end of the video, I am going to speak to that a little bit. But for right now, I just wanted to go through and say which ones are actually good, quote unquote, you know I don't like this word, dupes. So for example, this is the oil perfumery version, and you get a lot of baby oil in here. So let's pretend that the notes are the same. Let's pretend that the ingredients are the same. We've talked about this before. They are not. And the fact that they are suspended in oil here and in yummy, yummy alcohol here makes them not just smell different, but feel different, because our noses aren't meant to pick up on texture. And so when they do, it comes across as a smell. Does that make any sense? That's like having a tummy ache in your knee, but I know we've all had one. So the oil perfumery oil, simply the version of Fève Délicieuse, smells more powdery. It has more of a soft edge to it if you see things rather than smell them. If you see in smell, does that make sense either? No? The scent itself, when you go sniff to sniff, on this, they're very similar, but when you have the actual Dior Fève Délicieuse on the right side on your skin, this is so much more complex. And it can be so much more complex because the way that the ingredients are. And so as far as is the oil perfumery Fève Délicieuse exactly the same as the Dior, it is not exactly the same. None of them are exactly the same. However, you can use this to augment this, although it doesn't need it. You can use this, even though it's not an exact dupe. The actual way, the way that I use this, it doesn't matter if it's an actual dupe or not, because I use it with this. So as far as it goes, if I had to give a rating, I would say in terms of smelling exactly the same, which is what you want when you're trying stuff out. If you wanted them to smell exactly the same, you'd be disappointed about 3 levels. Let's say it's a 7 out of 10 in terms of the character. I think in terms of the way it smells, it's actually probably the same, but you can't tell because it's in oil, not in alcohol. So 7 out of 10. That was so exciting. Thank you, Evelyn. I was so excited to try those out together and to see. You've already seen me speak about this next one. This is the Baccarat Rouge 540, and this is the oil perfumery version of it. Are they similar? Yes, they are. If this one's a 10 out of 10 though, this is an 11 out of 10. And this one is a little bit sweeter. I will put the notes somewhere because people like the notes. I like the notes. That is to say though, that perhaps the notes are the same, but the ingredients can't be. So these are a very, very spot on dupe in terms of smell, but not in terms of the way the texture feels to your nose. That's just so clunky, but that is the way that it is. This is light and airy, and this not so much. I had one of my wonderful scent siblings ask me a question about the sillage and the longevity and the projection and everything of actually the Baccarat Rouge 540, and saying, you know, did I experience that as well? Absolutely, I experienced that. There is no way that an oil can perform the same as an alcohol-based scent, and so there are differences, and the way that I wear them really compensate for that. So again, at the end of the video, I am going to be showing you exactly how I use them, which is why I'm not naked, sweetie. I mean, I do have clothes on, sweetie. Anyway, the Baccarat Rouge 540 in terms of a dupe, yes, 10 out of 10 in terms of a dupe, except for, as I said before, that whole nose texture thing. The third one is the Dolce & Gabbana, which I will spell correctly this time, light blue. I have the Eau Intense, but the Oil Perfumery just says light blue for her. It doesn't say whether it's Eau Intense or not. It doesn't matter. I find that out of all of them, this one is the least true to the scent upon which it was inspired. This one is, it's heavy. It smells like an oil. There's just no getting around it. It doesn't have any of the lightness and the airiness here. Again, all of the notes are probably present, but my nose can't distinguish them because the oil seems to muffle that.
Do I care? Au contraire.
I use this in the way I'm going to show you in a second, and when I put this on top of it,
It smells better.
they love each other. They're not the same, but they love each other. So that is it in terms of my comparison for the original versus the Oil Perfumery inspired. And if you want to see how I actually use these, stay tuned. You can't tell this about me on camera, but I really am an introvert. I don't go out very often. I really am a homebody, and I really do enjoy my time at home. But I get to go out today, and I remember the days when it was, I have to go out today, but today I get to go out. I have to pick something up for work, and so I do want to smell good, even though I'll be wearing my mask. So I put lipstick on under my mask. Do you? Do you put your perfume on even though you're going out somewhere where people have masks on and can't smell you? That's the way of it. I want to show you exactly how I layer my Oil Perfumery oils, whether I'm wearing them alone or with the scent. So the first step I can't show you because I'm too lazy to take my tripod into the bathroom and run the thing, and oh my gosh, it's just too much. I have this Dove Instant Foaming Body Wash, okay, and it's in my shower. And I take my Oil Perfumery, I leave the ball on, and this is an answer to my scent sibling, who I won't mention because I didn't ask permission, but you know who you are. You were saying longevity and how to use it and stuff and how much. I take the roller ball and I do a lot. It's a lot. I use a lot of these, and they're such a great price, you can afford to. So I sound like a commercial. They're such a great price, you can afford it. Anyway, I use a lot. And so I put it in my hand, and then the hand that I don't have the lotion on, obviously, I will pump. This is the Dove, whatever it is, but it's a foam, right? And I find that that works better. And then I do this so that it's evenly distributed, and then I wash my body clean. And that's that. So that's step one. Well, when I get out of the shower, I'm gonna show you step two. When I get out of the shower, again, I dry off, and can you see that I'm actually using quite a bit of this, and I'm getting my hand quite oily. Did you like that bingo wings? Woo! I'm getting my palm and getting lots of it on here. Today I'm going out and I wanted to smell of Lyra. This is so amazing. So the answer to the question, how much and am I using enough? You're probably not using enough. That's not a criticism, I'm just saying if you want to smell of these, you've got to use quite a bit. I have my handy dandy Curel, which has been in the sun anyway. This is an unscented lotion, so I just put one pump like that on top of the oil, and then I can smell it. It smells so good. And then I mix it, and then I use it the way I would. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. So now I have it on my bod. Sorry. And does that ever smell Amazing. So that's step 2. You can't, I wish you could smell things through the camera. This is out of this world. So I'm moisturized and I smell great there. Going out today and I want my hair to smell good. And so look, this is what we're working with, okay? So just have a little bit of compassion. When I put it in my hair, I do the same thing. I put tons and tons of it onto the palm of my hand. Do you do this? Oh, YouTube, things I do for you. Look at the state of me. We'll get there. So my palm is quite shiny, you can see, and then I rub it to distribute it, and then I put it at the ends. I don't, my hair is dry to begin with, so if your hair is oily, I'm not sure that this is the best thing to do. I don't, you can't see on this phone, but maybe I'll get a camera one of these days. Wouldn't that be fun? Anyway, so I don't really, I've spent most of it on my tips. I've spent most of it on my tips, and there's a little bit here to keep this from going fuzzy. So there it is. That's it. It's in my hair, and then I usually wear my hair up anyway because you can see what's happening here, the loveliness that is my gray hair. So there, now it's in my hair and it smells amazing. It makes your pillow smell amazing. Okay, so the final things that I will do with my Oil Perfumery Oils to make sure that there's sillage and projection and lasting power and all those buzzwords that I love to know. I love knowing those words. Is that I'll take the oil itself, and I'm not fooling around here, folks. On my neck, back of my neck, literally all down my arms, both of them. This looks like a lot. It is. All down there. All down the side of my body, on my clothes, down my leg, side of the body, down my leg, in the back of my leg, in the hollows of the knees, in other hollows. Sleepy hollows? Are they sleepy? Probably. Oh, I have to cut that out. And then I actually do put it on my skin. So today, can I do this? Today I am wearing a dress that's quite a bit low cut, and I'm wearing one of these bra dickies. Do you know what these are? These are so fun. You clip them here and here, and it gives you less cleavage, which is better for me. So I just put this, because I'm wearing black today, I can just very liberally put this on my clothes, no problem. But if you, but can use your common sense. I said this in the other video too. Use your common sense. If you're wearing a white silk blouse, this is not appropriate. But yeah, I also put it in my clothes, right? In here. And if I'm wearing a scarf, I'll put it on the scarf, but not a scarf that will show the oil showing through. Do you know what I mean? So if you could smell my scent, love. Wow. Okay, we need to stop. So this is how I use my Oil Perfumery Oils on my body. It's what I do, and I'm telling you, if you follow these steps, you have to use quite a bit of the product, but when you do, it's so worth it. I smell like 20 million bajillion fafillion bucks. I would love to thank Evelyn for sending me the Fève Délicieuse. This is amazing. I knew that I would love it because I had the Oil Perfumery version of it, and I didn't love the Oil I didn't love the Oil Perfumery version, but I could tell that I would love the scent. That's why these are good. I will refer you to the other videos that I have made about this. There are 3, and it's just to say that, yeah, you don't have to watch this one at all. It's a bit late now, isn't it? I'm so thankful for the support and love that I've been receiving from the community. I just want to thank Veronica for the support, and I hope that this answers somebody's question about how I use my Oil Perfumery Oils and how I make sure that they have lasting power, projection, and sillage. I'm Yulia Graham. Thank you so much for watching my scent siblings, my scent brother, scent sister, and non-binary scent sibling. I really appreciate your time. We'll see you in the next one.